Ollie. Welcome back to You in Korea, a channel for those who love Korea, who want to learn more about this country. Here I'm trying to share with you guys the stories from my life in Korea for the past 11 years, tell you some interesting information about the country, discuss some recent issues. Hope you enjoy watching this channel. At the end of the video, as always, we will be looking at some Korean phrases from K-Wave contents. Today we'll be looking at one of the most famous songs by Le Sserafim, so stay till the end. You guys know that K-Wave contents is popular all over the world. So today again we will open with a very interesting Korean movie. As soon as this movie was released on Netflix, it ranked number 5 in global movie category. It also ranked number 1 in 17 countries in Latin America. It is called Emergency Declaration. Song Kang-ho, most known for his work for Parasite and other top stars, appeared in this movie. Emergency Declaration is a story of a terrorist attack on an airplane. A veteran detective finds out that the suspect was on the flight while investigating the case after receiving a video warning of a possible terrorist attack on a plane. The flight has already taken off from Incheon to Hawaii and sees an unknown death, and not only inside the plane but also on the ground, everything turns into a scene of confusion and fear. So will he be able to prevent terrorism on the plane? The ending, of course, is a secret. This movie is a fictional story, of course, but imagine there is a country that actually uses terrorism like this. A country that continues to be designated as a state sponsor of terrorism by US government. Where is it? That's right, it's North Korea. Usually when it comes to terrorism, it is caused by a minority group that is alienated from society due to certain beliefs, religion, or political reasons. However, North Korea is a whole country that commits terrorism against foreign leaders, civilians, and even its own citizens under the leadership of the state. I will talk about 2 most representative terrorist attacks by North Korea abroad. The first one is Aung San terror, or known globally as Rangoon bombing. On October 9, 1983, about 40 years ago, a bombing occurred in Myanmar, a quiet country between China and Thailand. The place where the terror attack took place is the grave of Aung San, Myanmar's independence hero. At that time, the president of Korea was visiting Myanmar, and just before he went to visit Aung San's grave, a bomb exploded. Naturally, all the events were cancelled immediately, and the government of Myanmar launched a search of nearby areas. According to reports from local residents, 3 outsiders who were running across the river in suspicious clothes were arrested by police. All of them turned out to be North Korean operatives. These North Korean agents attempted to assassinate the South Korean president by setting up a bomb at the grave of Aung San under the direction of Kim Jong-un's father, Kim Jong-il. Fortunately, the South Korean president avoided terrorism, but 17 government officials, including the South Korean deputy prime minister and foreign minister, were killed at the scene due to a mistake made by North Korean agents who confused the South Korean president with the ambassador. There were 7 Myanmar people killed as well. One of the 3 North Korean operatives was killed during the arrest, and 1 was executed later. The remaining one, Mr. Kang, was sentenced to life imprisonment, and in 2007, North Korea refused to repatriate him, claiming that Mr. Kang is not North Korean. He also fell ill in prison and died in 2008. Later, in 2014, a memorial monument was built at the site where those people were killed. by North Korean terrorism. Another act of terrorism by North Korea abroad was the assassination of Kim Jong-nam. Kim Jong-nam was Kim Jong-un's older stepbrother. Kim Jong-un's half-brother Kim Jong-nam, who lived in Malaysia, showed up at Kuala Lumpur Airport on February 13, 2017 at 9 a.m. That's when two women suddenly rubbed his face with their hands, which lasted only for 2 or 3 seconds. However, there was an unidentified liquid on the woman's hands, and Kim Jong-nam, who felt something was wrong, asked the airport staff for help, saying, "Very painful, I was sprayed with liquid." But he died after being taken to the hospital. According to the investigation, a large amount of VX, a powerful chemical weapon, was detected on Kim Jong-nam's body. So who is behind this death? Two women in their 20s, one from Vietnam and one from Indonesia, were arrested at the airport and hotel respectively after the incident. At that time, this case was known as a contract murder. However, on February 17, Malaysian police arrested Lee Jong-chol, a North Korean, and the whole story of the incident was revealed. 4 other North Koreans, including Lee Ji-hyun, the son of the North Korean ambassador to Vietnam, were found to have planned this murder. 2 local women in their 20s, one from Vietnam and one from Indonesia, were invited to Malaysia to film YouTube content for funny prank and practiced sudden kisses and pouring juice on their faces for several days at the Kuala Lumpur airport. And on the morning of February 13, 2017, they were brought to the airport to prank Kim Jong-nam in the same way, but this time they sprayed poison to his face. After checking the scene of Kim Jong-nam's murder, the 4 North Koreans changed their clothes and left Malaysia for North Korea through Russia. The North Korean regime tried to deceive foreign women into committing political terrorism in a third country and turning the blame on these women. But the truth came to light. Those women from Vietnam and Indonesia were used by North Korea, were tried and imprisoned. Any act of terrorism can absolutely not be forgiven under no circumstances because it is a planned act to cause harm for achieving some kind of purpose. Most countries in the world have special forces to prevent terrorism because it is harmful to so many innocent lives. In addition to the 2 cases that we described earlier, North Korea is responsible for many other terrorist attacks around the world. In 14 different countries, including Korea, Japan, the United States, China, Jordan, and Netherlands, and even Singapore, they carried out various terrorist attacks, such as kidnapping of civilians, hijacking or bombing of aircraft in flight, and of course, assassinations. North Korea has never apologized or acknowledged all these incidents, although it has been revealed to the world that they were all committed by North Korea. Recently, Kim Jong-un received 5 self-destructive drones as gifts while he was visiting Russia. So everyone should be wary of the possibility of North Korea using them to launch another terrorist attack. Kim Jong-un needs to seriously stop these meaningless terrorist acts to maintain his power right away. There is an old saying that says, "All who draw the sword will die by the sword." So Kim Jong-un himself should remember that he can be the target of terrorist acts anytime. Okay, so it's time to finally learn some Korean through K-Wave contents. Today we'll be looking at one of the hottest songs by Le Sserafim. It is called Eve, Psyche, and Bluebeard's Wife. 괜찮단다. 뭘 해도. 거짓말인 걸 난 알아. 괜찮겠지? 뭘 해도. 착한 얼굴에 네 말 잘 들을 땐. It's okay no matter what you do. I know you're lying. It's going to be okay no matter what if I do as you say with a kind face. These lyrics describe manipulation and abuse. Well, you know, we shouldn't let anyone manipulate or abuse us, right? Okay guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it was entertaining. I will be back with more videos in the future as well. We'll see you next time, and until then, 안녕!